With us now is Erik Fellows. Hi, Erik.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. Welcome back on the show. How are you?
I'm good. I'm relaxing in Cancun, so I can't complain, I guess.
And that's not a green screen. You're actually in Cancun.
No, I'm kidding. I'm in my place in LA. This is a green screen. Obviously, I mean, clearly that's fake. It's all fake. I mean, come on. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm in Cancun. Yes, I'm in Cancun.
Last time you were on the show, we talked about so many things in your personal journey. We had such a fun time together, and I said, I'd love to have you back on. You have been working nonstop. I was like, oh my gosh, you did this, and the other thing just since you've been on. Okay, so let's just go through a rundown. Where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about Purgatory first?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, so here you are in Cancun. Well, first of all, why are you in Cancun? Last time you were traveling, it was for somebody's engagement party. But what's going on in Cancun?
I was traveling last time. That was for pleasure, and this is for pleasure.
Oh.
No, this was a trip that we actually booked last second. Me and my fiance, and then my stepson, Sebastian. And we actually brought a friend along this time, a friend of his from Mexico City. So he joined us, and we were supposed to go in December, closer to the holidays, but we decided to go right now.
I love it.
To be honest with you,
now
we
is
just
the moment.
We just went, and we took him out of school. That's awesome. We're great parents. It's awesome.
Yes. Hey, you know what? When your child's bright enough, though, they can catch up.
He's getting. I'll tell you what. I'm not to brag about him, but he's getting straight A's. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay.
Yep,
we can take him out. I mean, he'll make it up. It's fine. We just need a vacation.
Yes, I can completely understand. So now, Purgatory. What's happening with that project?
Purgatory. A lot actually. So second season actually premieres on September 16th, which is in a few days on Popstar TV. This is the follow-up season to season one, which got some cool amount of praise, and people started to really enjoy the show. It's a really edgy suspense thriller, sort of like a game of Clue, but we're all stuck in this cave. We've been lured there for a particular reason. We're all there for one person's a murder that happened, but we're all tied in some sort of way. So there's a reason why we're there, sort of like a redemption or revenge, I would say, on this particular person. So in saying that, I can't give too much away because leading into the second season, kind of the follow-up for the first season, it ends kind of in this way where it's like, even though things were admitted to, now the tables have turned quite a bit. I mean, I play a pretty extreme character in the show. He's not the typical. Well, I don't play good boys all the time, but I played bad boys in the past. But this one I took a little bit overboard.
Okay.
Which I really thoroughly enjoyed. It was a great time playing Bobby, and he only gets worse in the second season. I don't even know what to say. There's no redeeming him at this point. But you know what? I went all in.
I love that. I love that choice as an actor. Speaking of going all in, I'm just going to like randomly go through this because we talk and we know each other and we're friends. I'm just going to go, let's talk about, okay, here we go. Tell me about Star Factor.
Star F-Cur. Okay, so
Star Factor.
That's funny. Yeah, I know. People will say, why did she say that name?
Yeah.
Because it's not the nicest name in the world to say. It is a very interesting project. It's been a couple years in the making, to be honest with you, because we started making this project. It was a passion project originally about Hollywood and sort of the underbelly of Hollywood and the kind of the trials and tribulations that one would go through with their journey of Hollywood, and kind of like the myths that have always been talked about Hollywood. Is this true? Is it not? Is it that extreme? Are the tabloids always kind of like making stuff up? We kind of showed the true face of what really exists in a dark comedy fashion, because you can't go into making a movie about Hollywood and be literally serious about it because it will never get made. It's just, we learned that fact. So we're actually in the selling point right now. We had to put things on hold a few times through the Me Too movement because, again, it was about Hollywood. So we had to be very careful on the placement of this movie and how it was perceived from the public. So, listen, we made a really cool movie about this character, Jimmy Star, who goes on this journey through his career, and it's like a turning point in his life. And he's going to do what it takes to make it. But there's a conflict that happens early on in the film that kind of takes him on this twisted, dark spiral. That, you know, he's trying to get his ex-fiancee back. They had lost a particular thing together that kind of like, you know, caused a huge friction between the relationship, and it ended. So Jimmy's path is really to get her back, and you know, it reads that Jimmy Star is this like non-empathetic sort of like narcissistic character who just cares about himself. It's really not what it is. It's really to show how someone could, you know, go through this life and deal with such turmoil. And it doesn't just have to be about Hollywood. It could be about anything you're doing in life, and what you'd be doing, willing to, you know, to push yourself in your career to succeed. And unfortunately, he does some really, really interestingly bad things throughout the movie. But again, it's in a comedy fashion. So we tried to make the lightest of the scenario to kind of have the public perceive it as, you know, this sort of gimmick on Hollywood and what's real and what's not. And we'll leave that up to them to figure out what's real and what's not.
Well,
but it's
what's
a
real
really
and
cool
what's
movie
not
that we're now in the midst of selling. What'd you say?
I was going to say, and speaking of what's real and what's, speaking of what's,
I heard you. Sorry.
All right.
There's a delay. That's why there's a delay.
The delay. You know, I've been using this technology now for about a year, Eric, and it's getting better, but sometimes it just kind of has these like little tick-doop. It's just like tick-doop, like, you know, like synapses.
Well, that was really me.
That was you. Faster than the speed of bullet. Okay. The Vero guy. Is that like Vero Beach?
No, Velo.
Velo.
Oh, Velo.
I can't read Allie's handwriting.
No, it's okay. Vero. I was like, what? Vero the hero? I'm like, we can just go. That's a new superhero. Velo.
Oh, you know what? It's actually not Allie. It's my eyes. Oh, yeah. It's an L.
Hey, listen. You know what? I've been in the sun for a few hours, so I can't even see anything. So hopefully I don't look too ridiculous. And I might be a little red, but hey, you know, I'm enjoying myself. Velo
it's
guy.
A commercial. Oh, the Velo guy.
Yeah, that's funny. It's just a commercial that just came out. It's like it's actually it's a nicotine company that I got hired to do this commercial, and I started being called the Velo guy, and he's like, you know, I'm the spokesperson for the commercial.
Nice.
And yeah, it's basically nicotine pouches and lozenges that you can use instead of smoking, or not saying I, you know, exhibit smoking or doing any of those things in life. I'm just saying that it's a pouch that you could use if you wanted nicotine when you're if you're on a plane.
I got it.
You can't smoke.
Or if you're going through a divorce, and you know, divorce bait is like, you know, ensuing, and you want to make a smooth
Donna,
move.
You're quick. I like that. Yes, Velo will help you get through a divorce.
So as we wrap up, because
when you say Velo and going through a divorce,
because I'm afraid that our connection's going to fail between Cancun and New York. Just as we wrap up, can you tell me about Divorce Bait?
Divorce Bait is another sort of it's a romantic comedy, but on the severe raunchy end, but romantic comedy. It's about a couple that are going through some trust issues, and the lead actress, Vanessa Vasquez, which is a fabulous actress, beautiful girl and very talented, and Justin Birdie plays the husband. I played the ex-boyfriend, so I kind of get in the way a bit. Me and her used to date years and years before that, and we had this sort of chemistry that was undeniable, but things happened and we ended. Well, she used to be a successful hand model, and I'm a photographer, and she ends up getting back into the game after getting married and kind of putting that career behind her. She ends up doing this thing called divorce bait, where she ends up divorce baiting her friends and his friends to see who's the first friend that's going to reach out to one another or to each one and try to date them or be with them once they split up, and seeing which friends they can actually trust. So it's called divorce baiting, where you're baiting in your friends to see who you can really trust as friends and you can't. But the whole thing is like this made up thing that she puts online that turns into this disaster piece. She ends up getting back into hand modeling, replacing somebody on a shoot. I'm the photographer. I never got over her. So we end up having this chemistry again. And it basically, without getting too much away, it gets between the relationship, and I can't tell you what happens in the end, but it's a really cute movie.
We're going to have to go see the film to see it. And we are kind of losing our connection a little bit, Eric. So not our personal connection as friends, but
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Happy journeys to you. This was fun to see you in Cancun. Have fun with your family, and we'll visit again soon.
Okay, awesome. I'm sorry about the connection.
Oh, no, it was fine. We got through it. It was great. Okay, ready. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go like this.
I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too. 1, 2, 3. Ding. Bye-bye. Bye.